Hello, 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 hello. And how are you today? I hope you're doing good, because I'm doing just good. Today, excuse me, is that day. It's this day, here. Citronella grass. That's what day it is. So, Cymbopogon nardus. Again, Cymbo, meaning if you haven't watched the other episode on lemongrass, they are in the same genus, so they have the same genus. Cymbo meaning from the Greek meaning boat, and pogon meaning beard, so boat beard. And nardus, I have tried, believe me, I've tried to find out what nardus means, and the closest I could get to was feminine or obsolete. So I don't really agree with either of those, because, or at least, well, it just doesn't sound right to me, because how could you relate feminine with obsolete? That doesn't work for me anyways. Okay, so Citronella grass is different to lemongrass. They may be in the same genus, but the one is palatable, the other one is definitely not palatable. So lemongrass is the palatable one, which means you can eat it, you can use it. Citronella grass is definitely, look, everything's palatable or edible at the end of the day. The way your body responds, that, however, is a different story. So technically you could eat rat poison, because it's edible. It just doesn't mean that your body is going to survive eating it. So this guy behind me is exactly that. So let's just take a look at Citronella. This is a quick and dirty, and I feel that I needed to differentiate between the two. So that is coming, but this specifically is Citronella grass, and how exactly is grown, what it can be used for, and what it looks like. So let's take a look. So this here is Citronella grass. Very beautiful, very stunning, absolutely gorgeous plant. Very beautiful ornamental grass. And here you can actually see the flower spikes. This one does flower, where lemongrass does not flower. So you can see, if I just really back up quite a bit, you can see how beautiful and bushy this plant is. Let's see if we can go around this side here, and get into the core of the plant here, so you can actually have a look and see what the leaf blades, where the start of the plant is. It kind of resembles Cordateria. What is the Cordateria? It's called the pampas grass. Kind of resembles pampas grass. It is from tropical Asia, India, Java. It is very similar to another species called Cymbopogon winterianus, but it's believed that winterianus is a hybrid made by a man who was called Winter, and so naturally he got to name the plant winterianus. But this is the species plant, and it has great potential to become invasive. So if you are growing Citronella grass, this is usually sold as lemongrass. This is not lemongrass. Lemongrass does not flower outside of the tropics. This grass, however, does flower outside of the tropics. And if you have a farm, be careful, because in pasture land, because it is unpalatable to animals, even when it is growing in immense profusion, you will end up having your animals die because they cannot eat this. It is, however, if you've got a distiller, it is brilliant, because you get citronella oil from this. So this is the mosquito deterrent plant. So this is the plant that actually really gets rid of mosquitoes, and I do agree that it does get rid of mosquitoes, because it is brilliant as an oil, but you need to extract the oil. And there are quite a few videos on YouTube on how to actually do that. So this is, it's in the same family as sugarcane. It's also got that really prickly, especially if I run my hands backward. It's got that serrated feel. It's got all these fine hairs on it that can cut you. I'm sure you could definitely receive paper cuts from this lovely lady. And it's got these flowers, which are starting now. And so how you cultivate this plant is, it just wants, you can see it's a tufted grass, and this very similar to lemongrass. Very similar, but the difference is that citronella grass can get up to 2 meters in height. So it's much taller than I am. It's a whole lot taller, and it gets used in the perfume industry, and also obviously for anything cream based that goes on your skin on the outside of your body. Not to be ingested. I repeat, not to be ingested. You can also take the leaves. If you don't have a distiller, you can take the leaves, make a tea from them, and you can make a room spray from this. So you could boil it up and put it into a misting bottle, and you could spray in your room. And this actually does keep mosquitoes away. Very beautiful plant, but again, be careful when you plant this out. If you live in a climate where this plant will grow from seed, and it does, it will spread. And if it spreads, you are going to have a problem. In Uganda, Congo, and some countries along the east coast of Africa, and around the world actually, this is quite an invasive species. So a nice way to manage this is the invasive nature of the plant is obviously just to cut the flowers off when it begins to flower, just to gather all of it together and give it a haircut. It also gets used in thatching, so you could actually use these canes that you see on the inside here, the flower stalks. You could use them to thatch for roofing. It is quite firm, but it's not too firm. It's not like the restios that you have in South Africa, where we have like this really amazing plant called a restio that you can actually use to thatch with. This is not a restio. This is definitely a grass. So that is Citronella nardus. So let me just see if there's anything else I can tell you about it, really, with respect to cultivation. So basically how you would cultivate this, very easy. So when you want to cultivate it, you're literally going to get a garden fork, stick it in here, and you're just going to lift some of these shoots out, just divide the plant. So you would literally just divide it and then plant them, and this will make a really nice fence. But again, if you live in an area where it has the potential to become invasive, then just be careful of that. It has also been naturalized in some parts of Africa, but again, it is not edible. So just be careful when you go to a nursery and someone tells you this is lemongrass. I own a nursery and I bought this plant when I didn't have a nursery, and I was told it was lemongrass, which is why I placed it close to my lemongrass. Turns out it's not lemongrass. If I'd eaten this, studies were done in Congo where they actually tested the oil on mice, and the mice died, from ingesting the stuff. So just be careful with this plant. It's also toxic obviously to cattle and horses and dogs and cats and that sort of thing. But it is a brilliantly beautiful plant. It is stunning. That's what it looks like, and that is citronella grass, quick and dirty. After it flowers, you're going to cut down all the flowers and just give the plant a rest period, after which it will bounce back. It's got a much more fountain-like appearance as opposed to lemongrass, and you can definitely see the difference. Also, the leaves here tend to arch, like these ones coming toward me, they arch and they point down, where lemongrass actually just grows upright. And that is the difference essentially. So please be careful when you are growing lemongrass they're in the same family. You're not going to use this in your Thai food, or you will be tying up a lot of people in hospital. That's the only Thai thing you'll be doing with through eating this plant. So yep, that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye now.